Go live. All right. All right, we are live. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. November 24th, 2021, the eve of Thanksgiving. All right, remember guys, tomorrow we are going to be, tomorrow there is a Thanksgiving day. So the markets are closed, and then we have Friday, which the market's going to be half a day. So a lot is cooking right here. So let me show you what's going down here. Make sure that I'm sharing here. Let's see. I think we are sharing. All right, cool. All right, so this morning, a lot of news going down. Barron's news going down. And what I'm noticing here in the news, okay, is Nordstrom. So retail numbers are coming in a little not too great. They're all saying the same things about supply chain issues, that they're not expecting a good December. So alarming. Okay, maybe that's why we're noticing the market's kind of declining a little bit. But as well, we're also kind of high right now, right? The other news here, Peloton obviously tumbled, Ford and Rivian breakups. But the most important thing is here, Black Friday would fizzle out without the federal cash, right? Brainerd, this is the news that I'm kind of been telling you. Here it is. Germany is facing its worst pandemic moment yet as COVID surges in Europe. Okay, so we're going to watch that to see if that's going to pick up some steam. And again, that's all I'm noticing here. All right, so let's dive in. So right now, what we're doing is we're looking to look at the markets and find out where the opportunities lie today. But let me give you where the market sentiment is on the daily perspective first. And what are we doing at this moment is we are looking to see where the overall market it is right now. So right now we're sitting at 47.42 right at this moment. Okay, 47.42. I mean, sorry, 47.42 is the high. And we're kind of in this range. So yesterday the market did rally end of day. That looked good. It's holding that 46, where were we? 46.90. We're still below 4,700. Can we break above that? The MACDs are showing me weakness. It's declining a little bit. So let it pull back. I think we're going to pull back depending on the news that's out there. How's the market going to react to those retail numbers, right? Okay. Nasdaq pulling back. We're seeing some weakness. It looks like the Nasdaq probably could pull back. Now, when we start noticing that the market rallied, are we going to get followed through today, right? Are we going to get followed through? So I gave you the news. The information is out there. Is there going to be follow through? Are we going to bounce, right? And overall, the news is news, but how is the market going to react to it? Russell sold off pretty good, sold off pretty hard, is holding that 50-day moving average on the daily. We saw buyers come in at that 2,300. Is there going to be follow through today? MACDs are still pulling back. So pretty much everything, I think that we're probably going to get a pullback. I don't suspect that the news is good enough to get it to rally. Now, there is Fed minutes coming out at 2 o'clock today. So we have to be wary of that and see what the market's going to react. Normally, days like today is going to be low volume days. Okay, guys? So it's going to be very, very low volume. So be careful how to trade today and Friday. Don't force trades. Okay, we do have some setups here, but don't force them. I think that there's probably going to be a move. There'll probably be some movers today, but probably next week there'll be big moves. Okay, but this is where we're at in the stance. We need bounces today to confirm that this is going to go higher. Now, mind you, we are overextended. So if we do rally, remember where the MACDs are. These are going to be exhaustion buys. So be careful up here. These are probably going to be ones that are probably just going to go. And, you know, there's key levels on top that you need to look for. They'll be for trades, okay? But let it pull back. All right, the VIX. VIX right now it's having an inside day from yesterday. It did rally. MACDs are pulling back. But again, watch the VIX. We're pretty high in the VIX. So we know that fear is entering into the marketplace. We're at this 20, in between 19 and 20 range. If we break below 19, that's better. 18, that means we could go higher. We break the 50, start going lower. That's great. That's really, really good for us. So watch that. Treasury yields are creeping up, right? So this is significant of, you know, If these start breaking higher, that's bad for tech, and the Nasdaq will pull back. Okay, so again, watch that. We see money coming out of tech where we're noticing that. So there is a rotation. So they do rotate out of tech, and let's see if they rotate back. And we're just looking for the signals for them to come back into tech. But watch this, because if this starts breaking up, then the rotation is probably going to keep going. All right, so that's where we are in the stance. Okay, so as far as the trades for today, where the opportunities lie for today, we're going to be looking at right now. We're going to jump in. All right, so here it is. What we do here, again, this is the system. What we're looking for the high probability trades. We like taking the trades off the 50-day moving average and the 15-minute time frame for those of you that are new, and the MACDs. So we want the MACDs to either at zero, bouncing down, with the alignment of bouncing down, or vice versa. So bouncing off the 50, MACD's bouncing, going higher. We want to get those momentum swings, right? We want to start the momentum swing. So to give an example, right now, you don't want to get into a trade because we're right in the middle of that momentum swing. You want to get into closer. When the MACD starts spreading its legs, that's when it's telling me the momentum is starting to go higher. Now, this is a trade, if you've been with me for a long time, that we take trades back to the 50 or away from the 50. So that's something that you can also learn and take advantage of as we start progressing and showing you the system. Now, based on the news that I'm noticing, it looks like the MAC that we're going to bounce lower. We're definitely going to open lower. I haven't looked at the E-minis yet, but we're probably going to be opening lower. It looks like today is going to be a down day. What's going to make it better today? We need above 4,700, right? Just along with the 50-day MACD. So again, what's going to go lower? 46.50, and then we got that 46.30. 46.30 to, again, we've been there before. We're probably going to go there if those are the levels for the XPX for today. All right, Nasdaq. If we bounce, this is a setup that we like to take. If it comes up here, bounces off the 50, bounces off the 0, down, bounces off the 50, down. And if it takes out 16,119, we go lower. Again, so trades today are going to be more based on the downside. I'm going to give you what to look for if you think trades are going to go up. Okay, we have a strategy here. So we're going to be looking at the 50-day moving average. But right now, the overall markets that's showing me weakness, right? As I showed you in the daily charts, that we are pulling back. So there's weakness occurring. So we want the trades to be on our side. All right, Russell, same thing. Russell peaked his head, but is still working lower, right? Are we going to get a day two? Are we going to get a follow through like I showed you on the dailies? If we are, I'm going to go back. If we're going to get a follow through, right? Follow through, then we're going to start breaking yesterday's highs, right? At 4,700. And then on the XPX, Nasdaq 16,427. And on the Russell, 23.43. But if we don't get the follow through, then we go lower. Okay, we go lower, guys. All right. So these are the trades we're going to take. Alphabet. Sitting right there. So if Alphabet goes lower at 29.12, we're probably going to go lower, 28.82. That's going to be a trade to the downside. What to look on the upside? We're going to be looking at this 29.37. All right, so you got to watch it. Google likes to move, but is it going to move today? So we're going to watch it. Anything's possible, but those are the levels we're going to watch. But right now, we're looking for trades to the downside. Amazon. Don't really see anything positive coming out of Amazon. It is trying to be bought pre-market. Not really. Here's the thing. We are getting those pops, but those pops are being sold. That's what I'm noticing. So on these uptrends, you got to be careful with these pops. We need highs to be taken out. So what do we need? We need this high to be taken out because there could be a pop, but it's being immediately sold. So the level we're looking on top is 36.21. If it starts breaking lower, then it's got 35.27 to really get it going and drop. All right, Tesla. Here's a trade, guys. Here's Tesla. I've noticed on Tesla, I told you yesterday, dead cat bounce. Remember, Elon is not done selling. He's not done selling. I mean, he's probably looking at the rate. He probably have another 2 weeks of selling, guys. So on these rallies, I mean, so they're doing a really good job. They're taking it down, right? They're taking it down to this 978, and they're not letting it go lower. So they're doing a really good operation of taking it down, rallying, and then again, but this is why it's important to not get stuck on those FOMO, the FOMO trades, thinking it's going to go higher. Understand levels and understand that Elon is not done selling. They're going to sell into strength, right? They got these AI, algorithm trades going out there. Just make sure and remember, watch the levels. The levels are not going to lie. Don't listen to anybody else. Now, if you're a long-term Tesla holder, which I know a lot of you are, that's fine. You're going to get cheap Tesla right at this 978, $1,000 level. But right now, Elon is selling. So again, I think that it's right there. So if you watch me, you know that we like to trade to both sides. This was FOMO buyers. We don't do that. Again, we rallied nice. We took advantage of this rally. And right now, the 50 broke to 50. This is right now a dead cat bounce. Remember, we couldn't break this high and we're going lower. Tesla dropped about 100 points yesterday. Who do you think is selling $100 worth of Tesla? As well as Kathy Wood, she's selling as well. I saw her numbers. Her sheet on ARK, and they were selling Tesla as well. So watch this thing. I think Tesla could probably go. So if you want to trade Tesla to the downside, that's fine. It's setting up nicely 1100, 11 to 1061, and more than likely it can probably go even lower, 1034, 980. Okay, so watch it. That might be a trade to the downside. Okay, all right, upside. If it starts breaking 1119, again, here's that number again, 1119, then more than likely it's probably going to go higher. Why is that number existing? Guys, that's where the algos are at. We are identifying where the algo traders are at. So again, watch that. If it starts breaking higher, we go higher. Now, again, we're trading both sides. Anything can happen, but selling is continuing. ISRG, they're taking it lower. Here's the thing about being at all-time highs, they're taking stuff down, right? This was at 367, 332. There's a lot of selling occurring here. We're not going to touch this until it starts looking at 341 on ISRG. Chipotle is still working lower. Something's different on Chipotle, though. I'm noticing buyers coming in. Remember, these buyers are not going to come in all in one day. They're probably going to come in, start building a little bit of position, and let's see where it goes from there. So maybe next week, we'll see. Anything's possible. I got a level up here of 1732 and then 1740 to really get me going. So we got the 50 is breaking above. If it can break above zero, let's see what happens there. But again, no trade, right? Remember, if I zoom in here, the momentum will tell me that the swing started, and we're in the middle of it. So again, not high probability trade. More likely, let's see if it's probably going to go back there, and there's probably sell off, come back, and push through. So that's a trade we'll set up. I don't know if it's going to happen today. Low volume today. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Melly. Lam Research, looking good. It's opening up higher, okay? So Lam Research, is it going to stay that high? I'm not sure yet. So we're going to watch that, see if it pulls back, goes to zero, and maybe that's one to trade to the upside. Maybe. But again, it's probably going to be short-lived because the overall markets are pulling back. All right, Shopify. Sold off pretty hard. So again, I got my alerts here. I like this basing pattern, but is it going to break out today? If the overall markets shift and they start reversing, and I'm going to tell you what to look for so you'll know when the market reverses, then these are the ones that I'm probably going to be setting up. Now, maybe not today, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, but 1617, and we got 1700 on top. There's a small one here that I got, 1586. Just tell me that there's some interest. That's going to alert me. And then we have that on top. Now, notice we're at the 50. MACD is at 0. So it can also go what? The other way, right? So it can also go right down here, 1534, if you start noticing the MACD's turning. Okay. All right. Netflix peeking his head. So again, I'm seeing buyers coming into Netflix. Okay. So we're going to watch Netflix, see where it goes. Is this a COVID play? Right? That's why I showed you that article, COVID. If COVID's going, is this people buying into Netflix, Roku, thinking that these things are probably going to be into play because of the fears of a COVID surge? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So, but again, remember, we're ahead of the curve. We like to be ahead of it, and we want to make sure that we take advantage of that. So again, that 666 number keeps popping up. We're going to watch it. It's broke to 50, but let it do its thing. Let it base. Don't chase. Let it base. And if it starts breaking that, then we got what? 680 on top. All right. What else do we got? Okay. So if it starts breaking down, you also got 645. But I'm noticing buyers stepping in. It's probably going to have an inside day. That's how you know if this is real and buyers are building a position. So it's not going to go today, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, Tuesday, but the alerts are there. They're going to notify me when they are start building more of a position. That's why the alerts are there. All right, Roku, again, they took it down. I don't like this company. Got it down, not really good. But again, with COVID fears, are people going to start buying those little Roku machines again? So again, inside day, it's at the 50, right? Right there, right there. Could it go lower? Possibly. So again, that's a trade at 226, 223. If it breaks that, it's going to get going. That's to the downside. Now, because I'm noticing this divergence, if this is real, you're going to see buyers break the 50, start breaking this level of 228. That's when we'll know that they're building a position. Takes out this 223, 233, then it's real. That means that buyers are coming back in, but not until then. Not until then. So stay away. All right. Nvidia came out with great earnings. Not taking it to 400. The overall market is weak. I'm noticing that they're building a position here too. It's holding, right? It's having an inside day. Inside days are great. So if it stays inside this day, that is telling me that they're building a position, right? And more than likely, we're probably going to see a movement some way, shape, or form, preferably to the upside, because this is a good company. So 323 to get it going. I have something there at 319 to signal me that they're buying it. Okay, so doesn't mean that I'm going to trade it, but they're buying it. Again, don't force trades today. Relax, chill. 308 at the bottom. All right, Mercado Libre still taking it down. They're still taking it down. Let them take it down. Again, we're going to be riding this wave to the top. 1339 to get it better. 1339 to get it better. That's when we'll know that they're building a position in this thing. And then it probably has 1436. All right. So this is how we know if the market's going to change. We got to watch Apple. Apple yesterday sold off, right? I told you stay away. That cat bounce here, a little bear, a bull trap. Okay, we don't get that. It could go, but it's not going to go today, right? Now, how do we know if the market shifts? I got my alert up here. If it takes out 160, 180, let's say 162. If it can take out 162, then you'll know that the market is changing and it's going to rally, okay? But not until 162 gets taken out. Not going to happen. I don't see Apple's been on a rise, on a tear. Kathy Wood came out yesterday and said something about, she spoke about the EV stocks, which I'm going to get to it later when we cover that. And she talked about Apple as well. Okay, but Apple right there, again, retail numbers are not helping it out. Is it going to go? But 162 to get it going. The best in case scenario for Apple, if it has an inside day today with low volume, that's telling me that Apple is still playing for the upside, maybe on Friday, maybe on Monday. Okay, but 162, print that, alert that, whatever software you're using. Make sure Trading is having an amazing deal right now, 60% off for Black Friday. That's what we're using right now. Trade Desk, same thing. Having an inside day, they're not taking it up, but this one, there's a lot of buyers coming out. I'm noticing buyers come in. If this is real, it's going to take out that 103 again, and it'll start 105. Is it going to go today? I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly, not sure. Okay, 99 at the bottom. Okay, so watch that, having an inside day. We're looking for inside days today on the things we like. That'll be best case scenario for them, unless we go lower. Okay, Goldman Sachs, we're working lower. Okay, so this is the other reason we look at the banks. Watch Goldman Sachs. If Goldman tried to go yesterday, couldn't break that 407 on top, that's the pre-market, held at 400, but we're seeing weakness occurring here. If Goldman comes back to the 50, breaks below the 50, then the XPX is going to go lower, as well as Apple. So we have two things that are working in lower, and that's how you know if the XPX is going to hit that 46.30, more than likely. If Goldman goes up, then more than likely we're probably going to stay up for the XPX, but we're going to watch Goldman, watch the banks. If the banks can't go, let me tell you, if the banks are red, the XPX can't crater, okay? But if the banks are, if the banks are green, the XPX can't crater. If the banks are red, the XPX craters. So we're going to watch that. All right. So again, pulling back, if it could bounce up to zero, bounce here, then that's going to signal to me that more than likely we're probably going to start rallying. Remember, we got the Fed minutes at 2 o'clock. Will that change anything? I don't know, but anything's possible. Usually today's like today, it's a low volume day. All right. Affirm, working its way lower, right? It could be setting up, not really a trade here, but it's breaking lower. It looks like it's probably going to go down to this 120 area. If it starts breaking 120, 19, it's probably going to head lower. Okay, so watch that. And we got 130 on top. What else do we got? We have Upstart working lower, bouncing off the 50, bouncing off 0, 188 to really get it going to the downside. So watch that for a trade to the downside. Upside, we need 206. HubSpot, they're taking it down. Fine, let it take it down. I have alerts up here. Let's see what happens. It is coming back up. Let's see what happens at the 50-day, 766. If it starts bouncing down, MACD starts bouncing down, then we got 735 to the downside. Breaks that, goes lower. Upside, 780. Zoom. Zoom, not looking good. All right. I did notice Kathy Wood buying Zoom, but that could be for multiple reasons, right? But Zoom looks like it's probably going to go lower. The earnings weren't great, so, could be a COVID play. I don't know. I don't see money coming into this. So we got 219 on top to make it better. But it's just lagging here. Let's see what happens, right? Even despite that, Kathy, I noticed she bought yesterday, but she has a big position, so she's probably maybe unloading. I don't know. But if it starts breaking down to 50, starts breaking this 204, breaks 195, we head lower. Okay, we head lower. So that could be a play to the downside. Remember that. If we rally 218 to make it better. Booking, holding steady. So we're having a lot of inside days, nice little basing pattern. I like that. This is what I'm telling you when I'm noticing buyers coming in. They're buying it, but they're not buying enough to alert everybody. We're going to stay on this. If the market rallies, again, 2368, that we know that the buyers are stepping in. If it can take out all these headwinds, then we'll probably jump on that. But the MACDs are showing me weakness. Let's see how it reacts to that 50. It could stay here for another 2 days and maybe rally next week, but we're going to watch it. I have my alerts here. Another alert, 2350. Okay. Doesn't mean to buy, just to keep me alert that they are building a position. Remember, the algos are in full force, so we're going to catch them. ServiceNow, they're taking it down. Let it take it down. Not looking good. Here's a play right here. 647 hits that. MACDs hit there. Markets go lower. This goes lower, goes down to 627. All right. Coinbase having an inside day so far. That's what we can wish for. Again, holding at 50. Watch it. We got 319 on top and we got 304 at the bottom. Okay. We're working through. All right. This is the chip sector. Chips, they were on fire last week. This week they're pulling back. That's normal. Looks like INTU is going to start rallying. But again, we want to capture this thing, not right now. Let it go. Bounce off the 50 and start rallying. Then we got that 694 and let it pull back. So we're not getting that set up right now. Let it pull back. I want to get a nice setup, maybe lunchtime on this one. Qualcomm. Working his way lower. I do like Qualcomm. These guys came out with great earnings. They're killing it. They're just taking it lower. I like a divergence here. If it stays an inside day, we're going to watch this one for a 181 breakout. Maybe not today, maybe this week or maybe Monday, but we're going to watch that. We're going to set that up for a 181 breakout. See if the MACDs can turn. Now it could go the other way too, right? Because we're saying pre-market has some selling pressure. It could bounce 179. bounce up to 0 or continuing down to maybe that 177. Not enough juice there. So just wait. Don't force trades. ASML, I don't know what's going on with this one. They're taking it down. They took it down from 881 to 781. This is what I mean. Something is up with the markets, right? Something is up. They're taking a lot of stuff down. So again, it's a all-time highs. We got what, 6 weeks left in the market, locking in gains. Something's up. So be careful out there. All right. That's why we trade short term right now. All right. AMD working its way lower. Okay, so this is one inside day, looking good, looking good. Let's see what happens here. 152 on top, 152. There's one little here that tells me if the algos are turned on to buy. This 150 area is going to alert me that they are going to start building a position. There's a lot of I'm noticing divergences here, right? I'm noticing nice little basing patterns that if the market turns, these are the ones that are going to rally. All right, AMAT. Same type of thing. Okay, they took it down as well from 159 down to 147. Now, these guys are very conservative, but if they start building a position, 150 needs to be taken out. Okay, it looks like it'll be setting up, bouncing up 0, bouncing at 150, then it goes higher. All right, now we got to the EV play. All right, so Kathy Wood came out yesterday and she mentioned something about Lucid and Rivian and Tesla and Apple Car. So the one thing she said is that Tesla has been involved and doing research and evolving their autonomous car, and they haven't gotten it yet, but they're way ahead of everybody else. And the one thing that's missing from Lucid and Rivian is they don't have it. They have EV space, but they don't have autonomous car or AI component. Remember, AI is going to be big in the future, and they're way, way, way behind on that. And that's why Tesla is a buy, and it's something else. So pretty interesting. She also said that Apple doesn't have that, and Apple is saying that they will have it in the next year or so. How is that possible when Tesla has been developing their AI autonomous car program for what, 9-10 years so, and Apple's going to do it in a year? I don't know. So are they buying a company that has advanced technology? So that's something that she kind of was interested in, just to get a different perspective. But again, Lucid having an inside day, try to go, couldn't go. Remember, it's showing some selling pressure at 54. Could it go today? I don't know. I think that the markets are, so again, low volume day. We need 52, 53 to make it better. We need that 54 to really get it going. But if it holds steady, that's perfect. Let it hold steady. If it starts declining here, 52 is probably going to go down to 49. Rivian tried a base yesterday. Now, here's the thing. They took it down. So could this be them, another dead cat bounce here? Maybe. If it starts working lower, you got this 118. It looks like it probably can go down. You got 113. Takes that 113, we head lower. Okay. We head lower. On the upside, you got headwinds at 125 and 123. So that's the headwinds there. Roblox, like this is a NFT play, metaverse play, or omniverse. So they took it down from 141. This could be in play if you believe in a metaverse or omniverse, but they're taking everything down. So just relax, chill. If this stays inside this day, then that's something we're probably going to set up for next week. Again, right now it needs 121 to get it better. If it takes out 118 pre-market, they're selling it. But it looks like it's probably going to go lower right now, but no play there. Okay. That's what we got. All right. So we are right there. All right. Let's go into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, guys. So here's the deal on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Below the 50, I call this one out. We're below the 50. MACDs are below 0. So this is the dailies. I am not a buyer of Bitcoin at this moment. Bitcoin can go lower. We got the bounces where we're not supposed to get the bounces, and this is the dead cat bounce. We came back, dead cat bounce, sold off. So they're selling this Bitcoin off. There was an article yesterday in Barron's regarding the futures and Bitcoin. Pretty interesting. But 57 now, 57 to make it 58 to make it better. The MACDs are declining. So let it drop, right? More than likely, it's probably going to go down to 53. I know you want to hear it. I'm just telling you, hey, where the orders are going. 53 is the next level we're looking at. So let's see if it gets there. MicroStrategy probably going to go lower with Bitcoin. It just goes hand in hand. All right. Ethereum fighting for that 50-day, fighting. MACDs are still working lower. So here's a tell. We'll know in the next day or two, okay, if the MACD starts turning at that 50, then it could signal a bounce here, but it's fighting for the 50-day. Again, those bounces are not conviction bounces yet. How you know? We take out that 44.32 on Ethereum, but right now, again, volume is weaker, right? If we start looking at volume, it's weaker, but again, anything's possible. We take out 41.75, we start working lower, MACD start working lower. So there you got it, guys. 901. We got to give you a lot of setups. Wow. Go out there, guys. It's going to be a short week. Do me a favor, press that like button. If you like this information, share it. Remember, abundance breeds abundance. And happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to do the follow-up on at 12 to make sure we got follow-up trades here. Go out there. God bless. Stay green. Remember, we go get it. Wait for the wave so we can ride those waves to profit. And stay green. Go get it. And God bless, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.